Hello, welcome to We Love to Hate Everything, and we really do. I'm stealing Amanda's tagline here. I'm Jody.
I'm Amanda. Wow, we just went through quite a moment of my life. Core memory at age 40.
Right. Hey, you're going to have to check it out on Patreon, Total Request Podcast, or We Love to Hate TV. Check the show notes for easy links, or get this, guys, go to our webpage, lovetohatepod.com, for all your easy links and merchandise requests and dreams.
Yeah, the pictures that you chose for us, we literally do look like twins.
Yeah, we are
going to be like prettier, obviously.
I was just going to say this.
Obviously. Yeah.
Shut
You were going to say the same. Yeah, I know.
Stop fighting in front of the kids. All right? Okay. We said we weren't going to do this.
Can I tell this story about my morning?
Yes. Yeah. And then we're going to have lots of hot topics. Just happened? Oh, yeah. We have a big show today.
Okay. Actually, this goes back to last night. So I'm driving home from work, and I call my mom, because that's the best time to call your mom when you're driving. But, you know, I'm not a responsible person. So I call her, and she's on speakerphone, so calm down.
Okay.
And
it's free.
My grandma is coming over tonight. She was supposed to come over last night, but I had to work. And I told my mom this 10 days ago. Oh, by the way, we're going to have to move it to Tuesday. My mom, guess what her reaction?
Wait, you mean?
Guess what?
Tuesday.
But guess exactly what my mom said. So if I say, Mom, we're going to have to move it from Monday to Tuesday.
I don't know if we can do that, Amanda.
No, she just goes, oh, Amanda. Like I ruined the world.
Oh, Amanda. Why'd you do that?
I'm like, well, she's still going to be here? And she goes, oh, yeah. So you're fine. So last night, my mom, I'm driving home from work, and she says, Grandma's wondering, she has something wrong with her foot, like not a bursitis, but a word that sounds like that. Starts with a G.
Boil?
No. It's like a muscle thing.
Okay.
But it's not plantar fasciitis. Doesn't matter. This isn't the point of the story. But my mom's like, my grandma's wondering if she could maybe try some like CBD. And I told her that you're the person to ask. And I'm like, I don't smoke pot that much anymore. I don't know anything about it.
Well, yeah, but for someone in her life, I mean, you would be the person I would ask in my life.
I am literally the black sheep of the entire family. So Amanda's the one you go to for shit like this.
Not the green sheep, if you know what I mean. Hey-yo.
Yeah, all I'm doing, I mean, okay.
The grass
I could never go to work high. I can tell you that right now. And after today. But so my mom's like, would you, like, what do you think? And I'm like, oh, well, that's great. I'm like, but I can go to the weed store for her. And she's like, she wants gummies because she doesn't want to smoke.
Yes.
And I was so excited. I'm like, yes, awesome. That's great. And I'm like, why don't we all go together tomorrow? And she's like, oh, I don't know if Grandma wants to go into a place like that. I think she thinks it's like...
she thinks the Rastafarians are just going to be lining up at the door waiting to greet her, huh?
Aaron Paul's house in Breaking Bad when he's having that rager. That's where I go. But it just happens to be a legal store that's attached to the supermarket.
Okay.
So I'm like, Mom, you know what? I'm right next to it right now. I'm going to roll in there right now and check it out. And I'm like, the gummies are like $9. So
careful. You say roll in there.
I go in there and I'm like, my grandma has whatever. Anyway, he gives me the gummies and I'm like, well, while I'm here, I would love to add something for my vape pen that's just going to put me directly to sleep because I haven't been sleeping very well. And so they give me that. And I'm like, actually, I would love some gummies for myself because I don't do edibles that much. Can you give me something that's just like really strong that's going to like put me really up, but like still manageable in public?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, here's the one for you. And he gives it to me, and it's like in this black package with like gold writing. And I was like, this seems intense, but it's fine. I can handle this. So I woke up this morning at like 4 a.m. And then around 6 a.m., I'm like, all right, I'm just going to get up and like start my day because I have this big day. My grandma's coming over for dinner. It's a whole thing. So I take a gummy. And also, last night I had ordered Walmart grocery delivery so that it arrives at my house this morning at like 11 a.m.
Okay.
So I wake up and I'm like, fuck, I need to like get some like clothes for my grandma to come because I don't have anything like cute at all. I haven't bought clothes since I've been in Canada. So I went to Walmart.
You can't find that Doughboys t-shirt.
I still can't. I mean, otherwise I would obviously be wearing that thing for every day. So I go to Walmart to get clothes. The guy is texting me that is doing my grocery shopping. We're at the same Walmart at the exact same time.
Did you just meet up with him? Or were you actually avoiding him?
It was like a
That's what I would be doing.
Like, that looks like that has a lot of cheese. Breakfast sausage in that cart.
Oh, trust me, I know about cheese. I told you. My Jewel Lasco baggers always comment about the amount of cheese and yogurt I buy every week.
I'm really into the laughing cow lately.
Oh, okay. I enjoy a laughing cow.
Into it. So I'm getting all these clothes, throwing them in my cart, and then like right in the middle of the women's clothing section, I just go, whoa.
Oh, no.
I had like forgotten I'd taken that gummy, and I did not expect it to hit me that hard, and I was fucked up. Like my mouth it felt like the first time I'd ever been stoned in my life. Okay. I put my pink aviators on.
Classic.
And I walked around the store like a big stupid idiot. And I was
that's what I'm afraid is going to happen to me, and that's why I don't want to get high.
It would have been sweet if I was just sitting on the couch watching like a binge of 90 Day Fiancé or something.
But did it make you go up or no?
No! Oh. No, I hated it. It was awful. It was awful. I just went, whoa.
So you turned down. Maybe you try half before you go to bed.
I think it's a halfie.
Are you sure you didn't take your grandma's? What if you accidentally give your grandma the uppers? No, I know, because hers was
peach flavored and mine was raspberry lime.
So your mom would be like, Amanda, that CBD works amazing. Grandma's actually at track practice right now.
Well, and then also last night after I got the gummies, I walked over to the grocery store that's attached, and I got my mom a huge what are those plants called with like the
orchid?
The flower. Yeah, I got my mom an orchid.
Orchids.
And then I got my grandma a card for Mother's Day, so I'll give it to them tonight.
Just a card?
And I got my grandma a card because she's going to my Auntie Twyla's and they're going to Edmonton tomorrow. So I was going to get her a bouquet of flowers, but there's nothing I can really get her that she can travel with. Is there something
else that's not
I got her a card that
perishable?
Is like $15 that has all these like 3D like flowers coming out of it. And
what's she going to do with that? We're so the opposite because I really rarely purchase cards. So I think it's a waste of money.
I don't think I purchased a card maybe in my entire life.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, well, this will be something. So anyway, I get home.
Maybe you put a little IOU in there. IOU, like a little brunchy. Yeah, but
she wouldn't accept anything,
like a little.
Though. I think she'll honestly just cry getting the card.
Okay.
But I arrive home. I see my guy dropping off my groceries. Hi. So I take a roll around the block so that I'm not pulling up after him.
Totally avoid any sort of interaction.
Like how embarrassing. And then I walk up with like Walmart bags.
Oh.
So I he's gone. I get in there and like now I'm fucking like fucked up. I eat like this enormous omelet and breakfast sausages and I'm just like standing there and I'm just like eating them over the counter like please.
I know someone else who likes breakfast foods that we'll talk about in a moment.
Holy shit. So I'm watching the clock because we're supposed to record at 11 my time and it's like 10:40 and I'm like no, it'll happen. I'll sober up. And then Jody texts me, is there a way we can do
like push it back a half hour? Yeah.
And then I said I could do noon because I'm like I need a whole hour. So I laid in bed and I sobered up.
Good.
A good amount, but still I'm not like 100%. I'm mentally ready to record.
Yep.
We Love to Hate Everything in 90 Day Fiancé.
And then I threw a curveball at Cooch over here.
This was outrageous. Jody puts us on like Zoom recording where I can only see her screen. And she drops this bomb on me.
A belated birthday bomb.
Okay, so you take over from here.
Well, those of you who listen... I think we told the story on Love to Hate TV on our Teen Mom episode. So Amanda's birthday was back in March, and Justine, friend of the pod, host of the Shore Store, we had this plan that we were going to get you a cameo from Lea Michele from Teen Mom. Well, looks like someone was a little busy taking her real estate exam and took the whole week and let it... Or no, she didn't let it expire. She turned it down at the last second. So it's like, okay, well, if you know it's for someone's birthday, if you're not going to do it, just turn it down, whatever. So we were pretty pissed. But then we saw that Amber Portwood decided to reactivate her Cameo. So we're like, okay, this was meant to be. We're going to get you an Amber Cameo. So we book Amber. Whole week goes by. At the last second, she's like, oh gosh, I'm so sorry. I'll do it today. So then I had to like rebook it again for another week. We had a little interaction. She's like, oh, no problem. I'll get to it today. Peace and love. Prayer hands, whatever emoji. And I was like, oh, Amber, don't worry about it. Oh, she's going to be so excited. It's going to be great. Well, she blew us off again. So it was like a month-long thing of trying to get a Cameo. We couldn't pay enough for these girls to be doing this. And then I happened to be looking at Cameo the other day, and there he was. DeBella DeBall. Positively awesome Isaac. Our Isaac is on Cameo. So we knew we got to get this for Amanda. So I surprised you with a screen share of sweet, sweet Isaac. And truly, again, I want to reiterate,
it's the best
like
ever.
Isaac. We support Isaac. We just worry, is he being used almost
Munchausen
like
by
a
proxy.
toddlers and tiaras, you know? Like,
Yeah.
let's
yeah.
put him on camera, because sometimes he doesn't seem too excited to do it. But he was pretty excited to do this Cameo for you, I gotta say.
You gave him way too much information about me.
I did not.
But the way
I was
he said,
trying to
"Hi,
charm
Amanda,"
him. Like, I was trying to impress Isaac.
we do have a lot in common, it turns out.
You do. You both like Disney. He
With
thought
what
it
Ed?
was wonderful that you're a professional singer.
Doesn't care that I have a dog and 2 cats. Next.
I think, well, I mean, he heard your pets' names, Walter, George, and Latrice. And when he heard Latrice's name, he went, it looked like he was about to say something, and then he stopped. He's like,
And he's like, I don't care.
no reaction, nothing. But then I said that you love breakfast foods, you love your eggs, you eat them every day. And what did he say?
Well, Dee Dee's like, you love your eggs too, sir.
That's right. Eggs
loves
are
them
great on
scrambled.
keto. He does, and he loves brunch for lunch whenever he can. And it was so sweet. The
It
way
was
he
very,
said your name at the
very
beginning
sweet.
is so adorable and charming.
But I was not mentally ready for it. If I was stone cold sober, I wouldn't have been mentally ready for that. But this was not the day to spring that on me. Holy
It's
Christ.
so sweet. It's so sweet. Just at the beginning, his little wave. Hi, Amanda. How you doing?
It's like how Charlie says hi to me.
Positively
Hi, Amanda.
awesome, Charlie. Yeah. So you'll have to check that out. And also coming up on Patreon this week, really quickly, we'll just give you the rundown. We got Teen Mom 2 episode from this week and Sister Wives. We're going through those seasons. And
Carving through polygamy. They're doing Halloween.
Oh, yeah,
Brown
carving.
style. this week.
Hilarious costumes.
Oh,
There's a
God. It's
theme.
depressing.
And then on Total Request Podcast, we are recapping an episode of How I Met Your Mother with
P.S. I love you.
something Sparkles, Robin
Sparkles.
Sparkles, and an episode of. We can't let ourselves get on a tangent here.
No, I won't sing.
No.
I'm too high to sing.
We're not going to do it. It's a little show called
And with an E.
And with an E. Okay.
And with an E.
We're not going to go off on a tangent about Gilbert.
I really
or,
almost started singing if you heard me take a breath a second ago, but then I was like, no, wait, I just said I wasn't going to sing.
No, we're not going to do it. We're not going to talk
No, we're
about
not gonna
Matthew's
do it.
kind eyes and how he fell in love with Anne in a very non-molestory way that was sweet and charming. And okay, that's enough.
And how Marilla's song in the Anne of Green Gables musical after Matthew dies is called I Can't Find the Words, and it's about how she could never tell him how much he meant to her.
And how
Okay.
every young girl who ever watched Anne of Green Gables when it was on WTTW on the weekend when they would have a marathon of it, how you just wanted to sit in the tall grasses on St. Edward Island and let the wind just
Prince
blow.
Edward Island.
Prince Edward Island, whatever, same thing. I mean, you're all saints in Canada, so. But the wind
it's
just
true.
like blow through your braids while you carry your books with the little strap
With those
around
strappy.
it. Yep.
Yeah. You have a hat. Everyone wears hats? Anyway, but we're not going to talk about it.
We're not going to do it.
Green Gables too much. No, we're not going to do it.
Because we have lots of stuff to talk about. Anything that you want to weigh in with first before I get into the
Just quickly, our
latest?
Patreon is now exclusively for the tier 2 is now just $10 now that it's May 1st.
Get the whole shebang. Make it easy on you.
there.
$10 a month.
Get in there.
Get in there. Lots of fun stuff. And we're trying to figure out how to do like some live event watch along sort of thing. We just got to figure out the technology of it all. Right?
Okay. I watched the second episode of Barry, and
how was that?
I didn't like it.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, oh.
Okay.
This is okay. We're doing this now.
Okay, you said that about the Doughboys podcast too, and now you're all in. So you might turn around with Barry.
I listened to Doughboys while I was stoned all night. It's taking a direction that makes sense. Like, this is where the story would naturally go, but
it doesn't have the magic of the first.
Yeah, they're not in like the acting class anymore, and now it's more like Breaking Bad kind of, or like cat and mouse type thing.
Okay.
Which I liked more just when he was like a murderer that was taking an acting class.
Yeah, we watched an episode of that for TRP.
Yeah.
That was funny. Oh, it was like the little ninja karate girl.
Yeah, that was a weird episode because it kind of existed on its own. It has nothing to do with... Well, it did have to do with the story, but you didn't... No, anyway.
That was funny.
But I'm going to keep watching, of course, so...
Okay.
There you go.
Speaking of additional episodes or additional seasons, those of you who watched The Way Down on... Oh gosh, what is that, on Hulu? HBO. About the... You know, like the crazy lady with the huge big hair... It was called like the Way Down Church or whatever. Do you know what I'm talking about? Did you watch it?
No.
Well, there's an additional...
No, I just saw someone posted it on our Facebook group.
Well, there's an additional 2 episodes where they have updates after all these people died in this helicopter plane crash, kind of what's happened since. So if you watch the first few episodes, I don't feel like they're doing a good job of promoting these new updated ones. I just stumbled upon them.
No.
Get in there and watch it because it's really good. Okay, we got to talk about the Met Gala.
Okay.
You don't sound too excited about it. I was shocked. I happened to go
I was at work when you guys were texting about it. You guys, the group text is always lit when I'm at work. But then once I am like initiating stuff, it's like I'll get like I'll like write a whole thing or send a really cute picture and someone will just like it. And it's usually Justine.
No one liked my Met Gala talk on the group chat, so it wasn't so lit.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, let's see here.
All right, well.
Okay, who do you want to talk
about? So the
about?
Met Gala took place last night. I had no idea because I feel like it just happened. But I guess that's because last year's was delayed because of COVID and all that kind of stuff. So it's always the first Monday in May. And it's hosted by Vogue. And all the biggest and brightest stars were out. I definitely think there were some misses. But there were some amazing dresses, and I really don't even get into that. But now it's going to be like a yearly thing. Paige and I are going to watch it every year because it's pretty fun to watch. And then also it's kind of like the after show, the people that don't make it in time for like the on-air stuff. You can go on YouTube and watch the live streaming, and it's kind of like, oh, you feel bad for those people because they didn't get the big limelight. Like, actually, Cardi B? Is that her name? No,
yeah,
not Cardi B. I'll think of her name. Oh, not Rihanna. Oh gosh, what's the other one in that genre?
I know who you're talking about, and I can't think of it either.
She's wearing
Wasn't
the
she
black.
on American Idol.
Oh, I don't. Oh, that's another one that I have not.
Janelle
watched in years.
Monáe.
No, I'll remember it in a second. But they, what am I about to say? Gosh, I just like lost steam. I just had a stroke mid-sentence. It was like you earlier when I showed you Isaac, where you're just like, I'm shutting down. No function necessary. Oh, okay.
Vanessa
so
Hudgens?
Oh, she looked great. There's an amazing picture of her like throwing up her black dress. She looked incredible at the Oscars too.
Yeah, you're a real Hudgens head.
I am not. Well, that's the thing. I'm
you're
not
obsessed
a
with
Hudgens head. But her stylist, however she's getting these dresses, look great. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. I mean, she looks amazing no matter what. But that dress was pretty incredible. It was like a coral on teal. I think it might have been Versace. Are you seeing it there? Pulling it up. I loved hers. I love Kate Chastain. Had this gorgeous, like, deep berry red. There was like a headband, head wrap thing. I only think she could have pulled it off. I liked
Lizzo.
Lizzo was good. She was on like the after show streaming thing on E, and she had her flute.
Aww.
She brought her flute out.
Yeah, she has a flute. Yeah, it's a gold flute.
Oh, Ariana DeBose. She had on like this gold sort of thing, and she was there with the designer, like the head of the house. I think his name was Jeremy Scott, and they were kind of matching. I don't know how she got her boobs to stick in these things or like to not slip out. Who was the one who had the boobs slipping out? I'm blanking on her name, and I'm probably going to have everyone after me. Like I had the beehive on accident. I'm going to put Met Gala boobs because Nicki Minaj. Is it Nicki Minaj?
Yeah, Nicki. Yeah, that she hosted American Idol.
Yes, Nicki Minaj. Okay, yeah, Nicki Minaj's boobs were popping out. So then she started, and she was on the after show too, which was weird. But she was like just doing this pose thing, like the international sign for choking. She was kind of doing one of these things because her boobs were just spilling out, like right when she walked in. And she had this weird hat thing. It looked like the front of a leather hat, like a baseball cap.
Yeah.
Didn't like that. And that went along with
like
Kylie Jenner. She was getting slammed. It was terrible. It looks like a white wedding dress, and then she had like a white trucker hat with a white veil on the front. On the flip side of that, Kendall Jenner. I'm not a Jenner Kardashian head. I know nothing about these people, really. She looked amazing. I would like some eyebrows. She did like some avant-garde look with like bleached out eyebrows or something, but the dress looked amazing. It was like a long black. You could see her little nipples. That's a look I couldn't do.
It's fine.
It would be obscene if I tried to do a see-through
What'd you think
top.
of speaking of the Kardashians, what'd you think of Pete and Kim?
Okay. Well, they were also on the little after show thing.
Jesus.
Did not. I just feel like actually wearing Marilyn Monroe's actual happy birthday dress.
Was she really?
Yes. That is actually Marilyn's dress that Ripley's Believe It or Not put on loan to her. It's worth like $50 million or something. And she was saying
that's bad
that she didn't fit into it like 3 or 4 weeks ago. So she had to lose 26 pounds in 3 weeks to fit. Or no. Yeah, 26 or 16, something like that, pounds to fit into it. Like, yeah, how do you do that? Let me know. Well, it's not done healthily,
Yeah,
obviously.
she looks actually way too skinny.
She does. When she walked in, I said to Paige, I'm like, whoa, she looks like really skinny. And I was like, she lost a lot of weight to fit into that. And I said, oh, that looks like Marilyn Monroe's dress. Do you see how like the boobs are very kind of built out? And and then when they said that was the actual dress, I'm like, I don't want anyone wearing that. Right? Like when Marilyn want her wearing that.
And then Pete Davidson has those grubby little hands all over it.
The stupid sunglasses.
It's going to smell like just like smoke.
Now, what was the fun part about watching this live streaming on YouTube, and maybe this was aired somewhere else, but that's where I was able to watch it, was watching her try to walk in that was hilarious. Like Paige and I were dying laughing because it's so tight that she was like, dip, boop, 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 boop. Like there's no slit in the back. Yeah. And so to go up the stairs, she had like 3 people that were helping her. Like she would have to go like one foot, other foot, and then like scoot closer to the next step.
It's like how I walk up the stairs.
But she would have to go like sideways even. It was so ridiculous. I'm like, okay, so all that, and you can't even walk in the dress. It really is ridiculous if you think about it, right? And then we're like, there's no way she could sit down. Like, is she going to get to the top of the stairs and then just leave? Like, you would have to, what are you going to do? You can't move. You can't dance. You can't bend over. She could not move in this thing at all. It was she looked amazing, I think. I just don't like that she got to wear the dress. I feel like no one should be able to wear it.
I find it weird that Pete Davidson was even at the Met Gala. It's so weird.
Yeah, and then when they got to the top, he did like this one move where he went and like kissed her on the head. You could tell like they definitely planned it out because he was like, And then they looked at each other and they did like we're saying something funny to each other.
Oh, God, it's exhausting.
Khloe looked bizarre. She looked just like a weird robotic, and she's just done so much to herself that her head doesn't look correct on her body.
And she's kind of wearing the same dress as Kim, but
they're all off-brand. They're all kind of in theme because then what's the other one? Courtney showed up with what's his busted face.
Oh, and I saw them kiss.
Blink 182.
It was the grossest thing I've ever seen.
So she was wearing like some like cut off shirt of his, and I don't know if it was jewelry or if they were actual threads hanging from it, but it was kind of like chopped up in the front and it was like pants, and they were doing the same kind of thing, like the sultry look towards the camera, like
this is hideous. And
they were gonna look at each other and kiss, and he does not look well.
No, I don't understand this at all.
Right? It doesn't look correct together. Now, Kris Jenner, oh, man.
I saw a TikTok of her greeting Elon Musk.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. Well,
they're friends.
I don't like her with whatever hair. She was trying to do like a Jackie O thing. And I'm like, between you trying to be Jackie O and Kim trying to be Marilyn, I'm feeling very uncomfortable. I don't like this.
I'm triggered.
Yeah, I don't like this crossover thing that they're trying to make happen. And she just looked way too costumey. And I get that this is like a costume benefit.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a good look on her. She looked matronly, you know? I liked some girl named Taylor something. You know, I'm far too old for... No, it wasn't Taylor Swift. I do know that. But she had on like this gorgeous kind of like peacock blue gown. I think I sent you a picture. It was gorgeous. Hillary Clinton tried.
Oh, I see.
She showed up in like a red dress, and I guess there were just like names of famous feminists embroidered in the same color on it. It would be like how I would show up, you know? Like it's got some personality.
Okay, I see.
I mean, it's like Mother of the Bride. But it had a little...
It is.
You know?
But also kind of like the Queen Mother of the Bride.
Yeah.
Where does it have names of famous feminists in it?
Yeah, you could barely see it because it's the same color of the fabric. It's somewhere in there on a little neckline or something.
Wow, what a statement.
Yeah, I also sent you a picture of, what's his name, Ben Platt, the guy with the broken arm.
Oh, from Dear Evan Hansen?
Yeah,
Ben
that
Platt?
guy. Whoa. I don't like his whole...
Oh, God. I hate it. It's the Brady Bunch. He's being Greg Brady.
He tried to do that at the Tonys or something, too, didn't he? Or was that the Oscars?
God, he is exhausting.
I don't even know how to describe it, but I just don't enjoy it. He doesn't have the right face to wear that.
He doesn't have the right personality to make this. People don't like him.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Why?
You don't know about that?
Is he problematic?
He's not problematic. He was in Dear Evan Hansen, obviously.
Right.
But his dad is Mark Platt, who's like a huge producer. However, I think that Ben Platt is incredibly talented. He has one of my favorite Tony performances ever for Dear Evan Hansen. But then when the movie came out, everyone was like really enraged because like his dad was the producer of the movie. He's way too old. He was already kind of too old to be Evan Hansen, but on stage it works because you're far away. It doesn't like, but he was like 29 playing a 16-year-old.
Okay.
And it was just very evident because he's very tall. He looks like he's in his 20s.
It was like when we watched those Baywatch episodes on TRP.
God. Yeah. You're like, are they in a school or
we're like, this is a community college for people who are going back to school after they've had a career,
adults,
right?
Like night classes.
Like, oh, she's a freshman. Okay, sure.
But he, people really were like, you know, this is ridiculous, and the previews just look bad, and they took out a lot of songs, like really good songs, and Then early reviews were coming out saying this movie is trash. And then he doubled down and put out a statement saying, I originated the role of Evan Hansen and I won a Tony for it. So this show would not be what it is if it wasn't for me. Like, he just really like went there with it, which is not a great argument because the woman who played his mother in the Broadway show also won a Tony, also originated the role, and of course was replaced by Julianne Moore, who doesn't sing.
Oh boy. Okay. So he should have just stayed quiet.
It's just kind of like, shut the fuck up, because your dad is the producer, and sit the fuck down.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
It was just that. It's just inner Broadway drama that no one else needs to care about, I guess.
I was just going to say, if Lenny Kravitz came prancing out wearing that, I feel like Lenny Kravitz could pull that off because, like you said, he's got like the personality and the look for it. Yeah. He doesn't have the look. He just looks like a next door neighbor wearing that. And you're like, oh, okay, that's a choice. Like, he should have done something with his hair, like a funky hat or something.
But he's not funky. He's just like a privileged white man.
Okay. He's just a rich kid.
Yeah. Who is very talented, though. I will say. Like, I think he's very talented.
Now, speaking of talented people, I know you are a huge Michelle head. And I don't know if you know this, but Lea Michele and Jonathan Groff are in the news. Have you heard about this?
I heard that there's for some God knows what reason, a Spring Awakening like documentary where they come back and do a concert version of the original cast.
I didn't know that, but you're going to love it even more now because I found this on page 6 that Lea Michele once showed Jonathan Groff her, quote, whole vagina. Yeah.
Oh, wow. What a fun relationship. Where's it so close?
Yeah. At one point, I literally showed him my whole vagina, she explains, prompting Groff 37 to add, I can confirm that. Michelle goes on, he was like, I've never seen a woman's vagina before. Would you show me? And I was like, sure. And I took a desk lamp and showed him. That's how close we are.
No one's ever had a relationship like that before. Ever.
But I've never seen Jonathan naked. I've never seen his penis. Not cool.
That seems kind of unfair, huh?
Yeah. I mean,
I'm showing you my vagina. I better see your penis.
We made out so hard in this play. We would have like sweat and snot was coming out of our nostrils and saliva and tongues and mouths, says Groff, who admittedly still figuring out his own sexual orientation at the time before coming out as gay. Lea and I were given this material where we had to fall in love, but the first thing I felt was, they're going to know I'm gay. Fuck, I never had sex with a girl. I'm in the closet. I'm just going to pretend that I know what I'm doing. So, they just had to research. And that's how close they are.
Also, she has seen his penis because he got naked in hair in the park. I saw his penis.
Are you and Lea Michele in a fight? This is going to go viral. Watch out.
Oh, yeah. I'm the first person to say anything nasty about Lea Michele.
I just got this vibe of like, I'm best friends with a gay guy, and we're so close that I showed him my vagina. Like, she seems like that girl.
Yeah, like, they think that they have... I don't know how much he participates in this, but, like, they have the most unique relationship like that. It's like, okay, calm down.
Like, she'll just tell her husband that she just needs to go over to Jonathan's house. They just need to have, like... Because they're best friends. He wouldn't understand.
She'll be like, I need some girl time.
Ew, I hate... She would say, like, my gays.
Yeah, but I used to say that too, and I got really hit on the head about it.
Okay, careful.
Careful. I've been careful.
Well, I just have to say that makes me feel less for Jonathan Groff, and I hate that because I enjoyed him, especially on Mindhunter. He was actually really good.
Too? Is he like he probably is pretty pretentious, right?
I feel like if you're friends with her, if that's your best friend or one of your best friends, you don't have a very good judge of character. Right?
Or you're fake nice to everybody.
Ugh, that would be hard. To watch her treat people the way that she is known to treat people and be like, yeah, she's my bestie.
Yeah, but he's successful, so I think he plays the game better than she does.
So you're saying she's not?
Not anymore.
Oh, God, careful.
She's like a pariah.
I don't know. Well, he likes her vagina, so... What are you going to say to that?
Wow. What a wild and crazy story from these two. Again, white privilege kids.
Okay. I have some legal things in the news here. Actually, quite a few. And I think you're going to like these. First of all, kind of going along with the Kardashian thing, I know neither of us are really following this. We're more in the like Amber Heard, Johnny Depp sort of thing. I can't wait till she testifies, by the way.
She just fired her entire team.
She did? Oh, I didn't hear that.
Yeah. Like just like yesterday, I think.
Whoa. Well,
right before she testifies. I mean, probably for the best.
Yikes. I think you and I both think he's weird and he's probably got some problematic stuff going on too, but she's cuckoo. And she's known to be violent.
They're both awful, I think, probably.
Blanc Chyna lost her lawsuit against the Kardashian Jenner crew. Did you even know there was anything going on?
No.
Okay, so she was suing them for like lost wages because the Rob and China show didn't get picked up, and it was going to be like $150 million lawsuit, and the jury found in favor of the Kardashians, so they don't have to pay her anything. And the article I read about it, I don't know if it was the wording or if it actually happened, but as they were reading the verdict, she got up and was pissed and like grabbed her $4,000 purse or $40,000 purse and got up and started walking out. Like, well, good luck on that retrial or whatever. Right?
I mean, how do you really go up against the Kardashians? Even if you're Blac Chyna, they have more money than you.
Yeah, not good. And in other legal news, Jennifer Shah, who traumatized and terrorized Meredith Mark's family. According to, I think his name is Ron Richards or whatever, on Twitter, you know, that legal guy, that former attorney, he tweeted something last week that basically said the latest in her request to get like all of the documents that the prosecution has. Why are you looking at me like,
I just remember you sending me this, and I did actually.
Okay. So yeah, like she wanted the prosecution for the state or the federal government to hand over all of the conversations that they've had with like witnesses and stuff. And like, you can't do that. It's confidentiality between attorney and client. And the judge was like, yeah, no, none of that stands, and threw out a bunch of these different requests from her legal team. And according to this Ron Richards guy, like, there is 0% chance after this latest thing that happened that she will not serve time. Like, she will be serving time for sure.
That's so crazy.
There's no chance of her.
Absolutely. It's just now how much.
Yeah.
I think at least 5 years.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, a lot of these people get these, like the Martha Stewart camp. You know, like one of those white-collar crime sort of places, but I don't know. Depends what kind of damage she really did, if they can add up all the
I can't
millions.
wait. God, they better be giving, like, I want them to show that on TV so bad. Or on a live stream.
Are they still filming? I wonder if they've wrapped filming for this.
Well, I just want them to show it on a live stream, like this Johnny Depp Amber Heard thing.
It might.
I want to watch every second of that thing.
I think it's up to the judge in a lot of these cases. And by the way, Erika Jayne, she's not doing too good either with her legal stuff, because now they're able to have like individual people and different law firms that Tom Girardi borrowed money from. They can now come after her for different sums of money that she signed. I don't know. I know that you don't watch Beverly Hills, so a lot of this is like, yeah, what the hell is that? But it's not looking good for her. I don't think Erika Girardi's going to serve any time, but she's most likely going to have to owe people a lot of money. Yeah, and she's not making a sympathetic case for herself. Okay, now these two cases that are going on, we're going to get to 90 Day, but these are really good. Have you heard about this? It kind of reminds me of Escape from Dan Mora. You know that one?
Never
where there was a prison guard and she helped these two guys escape, and she was like having a relationship with one of them.
And it's a true story, right?
Yes. The
Yeah, I
Escape from
remember
Dannemora.
that.
Okay. Well, right now there is one currently going on, and they're not related. They both have the same last name, White. So there is this former. She wasn't like just a security guard. She was kind of like higher up on the totem pole of prison guard or whatever, or manager, supervisor. And her name is Vicky White. I think that's right. Yeah, Vicky White. And there was this guy named Casey White. I want you to Google Casey White, and it'll probably come up. Casey White, Vicky White, Casey. And this is in Lauderdale, Alabama. She helped him escape, is what it's looking like, because she put in for retirement the day before this guy escapes. And she said she was bringing him to the court.
He looks like John Hamm.
No, I was going to say, you know who I think he looks like?
Who?
Are you seeing the beard, the facial hair, and gray hair picture?
Yeah.
He looks like John Krasinski.
Okay,
You
he looks
see
like
it?
John Krasinski mixed with John Hamm.
Okay. And I think he might be bald now, but that is one of the photos. It's kind of wild. So
He has a shaved head now.
yeah.
Oh, he's the one that got out of there. Wait, is he the one that ran out of the courtroom, that escaped through the courtroom?
No. So
I saw a TikTok video where some inmate did that. Okay, sorry.
Okay, so she told everyone at the prison that she was bringing him to the courthouse for a psychiatric evaluation. And then they drove off in the prison thing, ditched the prison van, and either they had a car waiting or someone picked them up, and now they're gone. That was against...
And they're missing?
It's against the prison thing because there should have been two people. The day before this happened, she put in for her retirement because she's worked there for like 20 years. The week before, or the month before, she sold her house and was just like renting a house next to her mom or something. Never told her mom. And this woman is probably like in her 50s or 60s or something. Never told her mom that she was retiring. She told the people at the prison, oh, I have an appointment, a doctor's appointment later today, so I'm not going to be coming back. But the doctor's office confirmed that she was a no-show. So at first it was like, did this guy do something to her? Was she kidnapped against her will? But now all these things are coming off like, no, they definitely planned it. And some other prisoners at the prison are saying, yeah, they had a relationship going on. Like he was wooing her. And this guy is 6'9". Yeah, that's right.
Whoa.
6'9", 260 pounds. So probably like a 295, right? So he's a big guy. I can see why she would probably go for him because she feels so tiny and protected, right?
Wow,
hey,
that is exciting.
I mean,
I'm kind of rooting for them.
I'm going to say I'm rooting for them just so I don't get accused of being anti-bad guy. Because last week, apparently, I offended some segment of
Jody
the
got her first
population.
bad review forever.
No, I'm kidding.
For the first time ever.
Not
Jody
true.
got Jody.
Do we need to talk about the
Bay
Bayhive coming after me? After I just said,
yeah, but I
didn't
wasn't
know
part
a
of
lot
that.
of her
though.
songs.
I wasn't part of that. I wasn't part of your podcast.
Listen,
at that
I'm
point.
going to stand by it. I like the show To Catch a Smuggler. I feel bad for the people lower on the totem pole, the people, the mules that are used in this process, but I am pro going after the head guys, like the head narco people.
Sounds like you're backtracking a bit.
No, I said that last week. Didn't I say they follow them so they can lead them to the next person that's like closer to the epicenter? And I said, I'm like, I want the bad guy narcos, like the head guys, to be caught so they're not, selling drugs that could kill innocent people. And apparently that's a bad thing. So, but you know what?
It ruins the criminal's day, though, if they get caught.
You know what? But joke's on you, person who thinks I'm anti-narco. Guess who's on Narcos TikTok, okay? Who's watching
coming up all the time.
them digging tunnels? Oh, and I'm not joking. I've sent them to you, right? There's people digging tunnels to, like, smuggle cocaine and stuff. It's thrilling to watch. It is.
Yeah.
It's very interesting and thrilling to watch. And I even enjoy the ones where we learn, like, what perishable items, what fruits and vegetables you can bring into the U.S. and which ones you can and can't. And normally they don't find those people, and I'm good with that because most of the time it's just a simple mistake.
Sure.
You don't get into this. I love the show. I love it.
I watched a couple episodes. I was
It's so
into
good,
it.
right?
I did feel, yeah, but I did
The
feel bad.
undercover guys, like, that's pretty, I get pretty hot. Right? Like, that is a
cool
super
job.
sexy profession.
Because you love improv. And that's pretty much what their job is. It's a yes and situation.
Yeah. It's being a Greg Proops.
Greg Proops. That's you.
Whatever happened to him? I'm a huge Proops head. He's pretty funny.
He was good. God, remember on whose line is it anyway? When they would have like a
You're
random,
a Wayne head. You're a Wayne Brady head, aren't you?
I think he's talented. He is he's Manuel-esque to me.
Manuel.
Like just kind of exhausted. Lin-Manuel.
Oh,
yeah.
but
he's
you think
Miranda-esque.
Alfonso Ribeiro is not?
Yeah, but he's not around as much as they are. They're fucking everywhere, those two.
Well, Alfonso Ribeiro is on my life algorithm because he seems to pop up everywhere, just like Bindi Irwin. They're everywhere, those two. Every time I turn around, they're coming up. Oh, God. I think Bindi's about to have her daughter any day now. I'm just putting that out there. I'm sure it's going to get slapped in my face later. I'll get a CNN alert about Bindi's baby. Okay, so...
Remember when they'd have like a fourth, like a guest, because like one of the main people was out, and they were just awful.
On
and they,
Whose
like,
Line?
never would go up. Yeah.
I didn't really watch Whose Line. You're more of the improv head than I am.
You're a professional improv artist, whereas I was forced to take it in college.
Yeah.
You voluntarily paid for this.
Oh my God, here we go. I was supporting a local small business. Okay. So sue me.
Okay.
All right, you're going to...
Freeze, Michael Scard!
La, 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 la. We're big office heads. We are.
But we actually
are. Okay,
all right,
you're going to love this one.
Uh-huh.
JonBenet Ramsey case. Have you heard the news?
Michael.
Boulder police governor respond to call for new technology to investigate her death. Now, I'm going to try to summarize some of this here, but you know that there was CrimeCon last week in like Vegas or something? Well, JonBenet Ramsey's father, John Ramsey,
yes, of course.
he was there and he was going around trying to get people to sign this petition to have the...
Was Burke there? The murderer Burke? Was he there? The one who committed the murder? Burke.
You know, I was just trying to get better reviews than the ones that we got last week, and now I feel like all the Burkheads are going to come after us.
I'll take
Speaking of
that.
Burkhead, we got to talk about some Larry Burkhead and what's going on with that little one.
Larry Burkhead. Anna Nicole Smith?
Yeah, her daughter. Danny Lynn.
What happened at CrimeCon?
Okay, so John Ramsey was there. He got like 1,800 signatures because he wants the governor to make the police department hand over the investigation to like an independent organization or pay. I think he even said like he would pay for it for them to find the murderer because he feels like they haven't done enough, that they're not using the latest technology. But the Boulder police are like, no, we have. Even as of like last month, we've been using genetic genealogy and DNA testing. But John says that they aren't. He doesn't feel like they are. But they're like, no, we are. We're doing it all the time. We just had people like go somewhere last month, and we always have people going to trainings on different DNA techniques. We have DNA experts all the time. I'm just wondering, is this a diversion so that this, in quotes, independent agency maybe finds DNA that doesn't point back at their family? I didn't say Burke, you did.
The sad thing is that if they had just said, listen, our son who has like some issues accidentally
allegedly
did this.
Allegedly.
Sure.
Because remember, Burke sued CBS and they had to
Please
settle
try
out
to
of court.
sue me.
Okay?
Take my $10 right like that's in my checking account. I mean, try.
She's in Canada.
I'm in Canada. You can't sue Canadians. If they had just said it back then, nothing would have happened. Like, he wouldn't have gone to jail.
Maybe they would have thought that.
Seems to have been an accident, allegedly.
So, according to that documentary series that we watched, they said Burke came down and was eating dat pineapple and milk. JonBenet stole
there was
a piece.
Flashlight sitting next to him. She cheekily took a piece, and he got mad, and he'd already, thrown feces at her wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And hit her with the flashlight.
Hit her with the
flashlight. Because she had blunt force trauma on her head. And then they helped cover it up by putting a garrote around her neck.
Yeah.
But then there was that whole thing that there was DNA in her underwear that didn't belong to anyone in the house.
But then they did that investigation where it could say that the amount of DNA found could have just come from the factory.
Right.
Because it was such a small amount. And then they had Laura, I forget what her name is now. Laura, but the
one with the British accent. It's like, I'm part of New Scotland Yard. Whatever. Weird.
Yeah, she is. And they reenacted the entire, this is like CBS, The Murder of JonBenet Ramsey. Like, look it up. It's a great, amazing 2-part documentary.
Yeah, and it has that guy in there, that criminal profiler that people can't stand.
Yeah, Jim. Yeah, I like him. Jim something. He is kind of annoying, but I kind of love him. They recreate the entire house, like, including, like, the cobwebs that were there. And she climbs in and out of the window, and she's like, it would be impossible.
Yeah, and the basement and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wonder if we're going with that theory, that alleged theory. I have a feeling Burke listens, don't you think? He's a huge love-to-hate pothead. Are they banking on knowing that there is some unknown DNA and it probably did come from wherever her underwear were made, or washing in the washing machine if they had someone doing their laundry, and they want to like throw that as a diversion to go down that avenue. Oh,
yeah, okay.
And that's why John wants to do it.
I mean, at this point, it's been so long. Like, what? Like, are they really... Are they really that worried about it? I really doubt nothing's going to happen from that.
Or does he know that it's closing in on Burke, and that's why he wants to, like, take it away from the police department?
But what would happen now, though?
Let's see. He was a minor at the time. Well, then maybe could they then charge, like, John? I mean, Patsy died.
With obstruction of justice. That's all they'd be charged with, though.
Well, what do you think about OJ?
I was going to say, my next note is, can we talk about the OJ trial?
Yeah.
Updates.
Updates in the trial. Scott Peterson, though. You love him.
Do you want to talk about 90 Day Fiancé?
Nah. Yeah, definitely. No. All right. Well, I'm sorry, okay? We had to talk about very important things. Do you have somewhere else to be?
No, my work group chat is blowing up.
Oh, okay. Your other friends are just blowing you up left and right. Okay.
I'm having a great time at work right now.
Let's get into 90 Day Fiancé. Should we start with Kobe and Emily?
Yeah.
Who is so horny. I mean, I don't think I've ever been as horny as Emily is.
But she said last week that she's not really that horny.
Apparently she is.
I think she's trying to convince herself and us that she is.
I think she is. Or she just, like, really wants a mom's night out.
Yeah, she just wants a night away from the kid.
Yeah. I gotta tell you, I didn't think Kobe was that cute in the first episode. He is, like, really attractive. I like his smile. He has very kind, smiley eyes. I'm digging Kobe.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, he's cute. And he's nice. He obviously loves his kid.
He is nice.
Which is nice.
Yeah, I really like him. I think that she needed to size up on the medium underwear, which I looked up. So I saw her underwear and I had to pause it. Again, I think it's very cute, but I think she just needs to, like, size up and it'd be more comfortable on her body. I just don't think she's a medium. That was a medium undies.
Also, he's holding the underwear right up to the camera, so it looks like it's made for an elephant.
The bra looks so small. And maybe that's
Yeah, it did.
maybe that's a style of lingerie. I don't know. I mean, I like grill cover size underwear. The
Yeah.
bigger, the better. To just suck me
Comfort.
in. Except I don't like it
Yeah.
low on the hip and thigh. It's got to be up a little. I like a hipster. Anyway, it's a brand called Popsy Lingerie. You can only buy it wholesale,
Okay.
just in case you're going to go
Aw.
look for it like I am. Oh, no, like that. So it means like Molly from 90 Day Fiance would like buy, 50 of them and put them in their boutique or whatever. So she picks him up. They're driving. She convinces him, let's just have a night out in Salina, just mommy and daddy time. I'm like, I'm going to need you to stop saying mommy and daddy, please. Ooh, gross.
Yeah. Ugh.
And they go out to dinner. He's like, I just feel like I'm the only black person here. She's like, well, I don't think that's true. I think I saw like one other one. I'm like, oh God, you're not helping.
And then the camera zooms in on one black person. Oh my
One
God. Did that guy consent to this?
the
Did he sign a
background.
release?
My God.
Yeah.
This is
Oh, there's one. Oh yeah, there's one. Yeah.
I don't think that's true. I think I saw another one. Oh yeah, over there. Jesus. I mean, really, that was about it for those two. It was like,
Yeah. They
are
see,
you gonna
he
have
has yet to
sex
meet her
tonight or
parents.
not? Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah. So we'll find out there. We didn't have Kara and Guillermo this week,
That's fine with me.
but we did get another little baby boy. Oh my God. My name's Mohamed, and
Oh yeah.
I'm a sexy baby who carries the little person gene because I'm so little.
I don't see that much.
What?
Really.
You
I
don't
see
think
little
Mohamed has a little people big world face? He absolutely carries a little
See, his
person
big
gene.
forehead.
No, it's not about the forehead. I'm telling you, he's a little person gene carrier. This is a gift. I didn't ask for it. I was born with it. I can diagnose it from 2 gene generations away. Actually, I'm going to say 3, okay? He absolutely carries the little person gene. He's the strongest carrier this franchise has ever seen.
Okay.
If he ever has a child,
I don't
it will
think
be a little
ever.
person.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
I know this to be true.
But he's a baby. And I
His gene is actually stronger than the one recessive gene, or the 2 recessive genes that Build-A-Bear shoe, Alina. He's got a different. He has a different variety of it. He has like the achondros dysplasia.
Kyle from the not the ultimatum, the one before that.
Oh
Love
yeah,
is Blind.
yeah. But see, he's like 2 generations out. This guy is
Yeah.
next gen.
Immediate.
Next gen is a little person. But he has a baby voice, which grosses me out.
It's really sweet.
Ew. And he's always like,
Oh my God. It's okay. Because I just want you to be my mommy. And I want you to clean my bum.
Ew,
just-
got me.
It's okay. You can do it tomorrow.
fuck you, dude. Ew. First of all, ew.
Well, it's a
You're
religious
not
thing.
that cute. Then you put the fucking bidet on there.
I mean, that's true. That is true.
He's like, yeah, okay, I can't even do the baby voice. It's just ew. Oh. No, I can't get past the baby voice. Like, ever. It's fake. I think he's putting it on because he's really like a sociopath.
Possibly. I think everyone on this show probably is a little bit.
But I don't know. I don't think this is just a cultural thing. That he thinks a wife should be doing the plumbing. Yeah, the plumbing, taking care of you, feeding you. He wants someone just like his mommy. He wants someone who's mature.
Yeah.
No.
And she's worried because she's like, I'm gone most of the day. And which is like, I can't leave him alone.
Yeah.
She's like nervous he's gonna like put his finger in a socket or something.
Yeah, she's already taking care of her son with special needs, and now she's going to have this one. And when she said, oh, I didn't get the bidet on the toilet, like, you might have to help me, he's like, it's okay, you'll get to it. And then she's like, oh, I just don't know
And
if I
she's
can
nervous
do
laughing
it.
the whole time too.
Oh, I was going to talk about, she never ends a sentence without laughing.
Yeah.
And it's kind of annoying.
She's nervous.
And
she's
I get it. I do it too. If I'm like at the doctor's office and I'm like, no, it's okay. I'll just be waiting out here. And then I sit down. I'm like, oh my God, what was I just doing? I just laughed. Oh my God, what did that sound like? And I replay it all in my head. I feel horrible for her because she is not seeing the obvious that he's, I guess it's one of two things. Either he really is an adult baby and he's got a low IQ, or he's a sociopath who is going to weasel his way in there under the guise of, I'm a sexy baby. And he's not sexy at all. But it's okay. You'll get to it. And she's like, okay, I think it's time that you and I just like, he's like, relax, right? Just relax. No, she doesn't want to relax, you fucking weirdo.
I found her more likable this week, at least, though.
Yeah, because she's a victim in this.
Yeah.
And then he was like,
she really
I was really
hard.
upset that she didn't get that done because here I gave up like everything. I gave up my mommy back home and my family and my country. And like she couldn't even get the bidet on the toilet.
Does he have a singing career as well?
Oh, I don't think so. I think you're thinking Benny, Dancy Dancy.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about Benny, Dancy Dancy?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Is this your first dance with Ariella?
This was wild for me because they showed these flashbacks, but it was never said.
It was.
We were on prior seasons.
It was as if you were having a seizure. It was like strobe flashing clips. Yes. It was weird. They've never done that.
Also, to me, watching this, I didn't realize there was returning couples at all. So I thought this was a new couple. So I was watching this thinking, oh, they must have filmed a bunch of footage leading up to this, and then the footage wasn't good enough, so they moved them onto this.
Second or third season.
I never put together that they were on another season.
Oh
of this.
Yeah. So
she looks like Adrienne Curry, but like one notch over Picasso.
Ooh, I don't see that at all.
You would, if you looked at a picture of her right now, you could see it.
No. You're just thinking like the wider, bigger eyes.
No, she
I'm going to say Adrienne Curry looks more like Kyle from Love is Blind.
Love is Blind? Okay.
I think she's more like a fourth generation out from LP. Very weak.
Do you like what's her name?
Ari? No.
Ari,
she
sucks.
Do
you like her?
She sucks.
Yeah, well, I don't like
She's
her.
a spoiled bitch who is controlling.
I don't like the guy though either. Though he's clearly using this show to get his music.
He's a little. I think he's very immature for his age. I don't think he's like a bad person though.
Okay.
I think he's using this for sure to like try to get a dancy music career.
They seem to have a pretty toxic relationship. They don't seem happy.
Yeah. Oh, no. So he did marry an American girl. They had a baby. She came here. I think they might have even had like a wedding here. You can look it up. A lot of people looked into it. And then the baby needed to have some sort of surgery here. Then their marriage kind of fell apart. So he hasn't seen that son. So Ariella was over there just like traveling on her parents' dime in her 20s or whatever, and she like catcalled him from across the street like, hey, come over here. And then they just started banging each other. She got pregnant right away. Then she came back here to live with her parents and helped at her dad's cardiology.
Yeah.
Helped.
She said, I helped manage it.
Helped manage it. Like, well, you could have done a better job. So there's like peeling paint on that pole in the middle of the office. Okay. And also a freelance writing career.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So.
Me too.
Yeah, exactly. What's that equivalent of? Guys on dating apps who say entrepreneur. Yeah. Independent salesperson. So she sucks. Yeah. She, and admittedly, her parents were paying rent at this house that they lived in last season. That was like a 2-story house in Ethiopia, which for there would be like crazy expensive. For here, Americans would be like, ew, whatever. So her parents pretty much just fund wherever they're living because she's spoiled. She did her whole pregnancy here, but then she wanted to give birth there so that he could be there. And she went, and she was just like whiny, complaining the whole time. Her mom came and didn't like the conditions there, but like it's a third world country. That's what she got herself into. And then she said after the baby was born that he had, she said in this episode, an urgent surgery that he needed for his hernia.
Right.
As someone whose son also had a hernia, but at a later age, which is actually like more problematic, she should catch it earlier. It's funny to me, number one, that she called it like urgent surgery. Like she had to like get to the States to get the surgery done. When the surgeons there were like, yeah, we'll just like schedule it. Like don't delay, don't put it off, but we can schedule it. We can do it here. It's like a very common thing to have done. And she's like, no, we have to go to the United States to do it. But then admittedly, she says, when we got to the States, I was here longer than I thought I would be because I couldn't get his surgery right away. Ah, yes. Because the U.S. is going to see a baby who needs, quote, urgent surgery and is like, let's just like wait a couple weeks. Especially when her dad is a cardiologist at the hospital. Her mom is a nurse at the hospital. She's just a liar. She wanted to come home. Don't put it on your kid. So then she was here.
Right.
She didn't like that he had friends over at the house. She was worried that he was going to cheat on her.
But do you think that he did cheat on her?
I don't know. I don't care that he had like his friends over at that, because she's like, you're living, this is last season, you're living as if you're a single guy, having your friends over at the house, playing music, like you're up late at night, making music. And it's like, well, what do you want him to do while you're gone?
I guess, yeah.
Like, you want him just like sit home all day and be like, oh God, I really miss you.
Can work.
Well, he works at clubs and he dances. He does like nightclub dances.
Okay. All right.
She knew that when she met him. It's not as if he had a job and quit it. This is how you met him.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So, whatever. But she didn't like, okay, who knows if he cheated on her or not, but she came here to like dick around instead of just saying, I want to go home to visit my family. Yeah. Don't come here and say it's because of XYZ. And then she got a bunch of shit filler in her lips. She got a real weird looking.
I saw everyone talking about that.
I just think she's a bitch to him. Like, she's like, and then it's okay because I stayed here because of you, you stupid jerk. That's not cute and endearing. She's like, but I still love you, you stupid jerk.
They don't seem to like each other at all.
I think he loves her, but he loves his kid more.
Right.
And so he wants to stay with this kid.
Sure. He admitted that, pretty much.
I wish he would speak up for himself a little bit more and be like, okay, well, I love you too, you dumb bitch. Because it's the same thing. I thought that was so rude for her to say that. And she's like, well, I was right, wasn't I? Yeah. I mean, I was right. I was right all along.
I don't think either of them are likable in particular.
I think they're just... Yeah, I don't think either of them really like to work. I think she's kind of lazy. I think she has that thing a lot of girls have where they think the falling in love and the getting married is going to be, your relationship is going to stay in that like honeymoon phase. And when it's not, they're like, well, you're the problem, blah, blah, blah. And then you make up and they make all these changes to like prove it to you. But then like daily life sets in and she doesn't like that. She wants him forever to be like, oh my God, I love you so much.
Doting.
The sun rises and falls in your eyes and he isn't. And so then she gets pissed off and she's a spoiled little brat. Anything else? Oh, the sister throwing wine at her. What'd you think?
That was very performative, I thought.
Yeah. I mean, I think they always know.
Seem like bitches to me.
Yeah, they are kind of bitchy. They're overprotective of their brother who's 20-something years old, who can speak for himself. But I'm sure producers were like, go in there and rile it up. Fight with her. Tell her how you feel.
And it seemed fake.
Yeah, well, if that were me, I would need a little something to be thrown at me to cool me off if I'm wearing a leather jacket in the middle of Ethiopia.
Oh my God.
That stupid
I didn't even think of that.
black leather jacket she's walking around in. What are you doing? You look ridiculous. What else? Anything else? They're going to the States. We'll see what happens. They're going to live in the same apartment complex as her parents because they rented an apartment for them. Is that nice?
And he's nervous about that. But I also think he should shut the fuck up because her parents are paying for it. So,
I don't think he's really that nervous. Because her mom was actually very nice to him, I thought.
All right.
A lot of people don't like her mom, but
I don't
like
know
her.
anything about them, so this is me going in fresh.
Okay. No, I like the fresh outlook. Okay, how about Jabri and Miona?
Ugh, Andrew Reynolds.
I see it slightly. Every week it gets less and less for me.
This guy is insufferable. And, like, he's a jerk to his parents.
Yeah, he is.
And, like, his parents liked her.
Yeah.
And they were kind of like zigging and zagging on like at the dinner table, like having a great conversation. And he's like, stop asking her about that.
You know why I think he wanted them to stop asking her? Because then the lies and exaggerations that he's told Miona are going to come out.
Oh, like what? What do you mean?
Like, I'm sure he did tell her, like, oh, yeah, after a couple months we'll move to L.A. And that's why she's like, oh, yeah, well, like, after Christmas. And also he's like, well, we're going to stay here till Easter. So now he's like, the worlds are colliding for him. The fake persona of, like, I'm a rock star in Serbia mixed with the actual unemployed, living at mommy and daddy's, driving mommy and daddy's truck around. Worlds are colliding. He doesn't want them comparing stories too much. You know who he actually reminds me a lot of? I'm going to go out on a limb here. His personality disorder is Amber Portwood. Like, he likes to put on a, like, I'm a grown-ass man, and yeah, I'm really going to have to step things up. Like, he really thinks
but when he loses
deeply on
control
himself.
of the situation, he loses control of the situation, and then
when he's seen for who he really is, yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Like, he can really live this fake persona life, and then when the eyes are closing in on him, like, well, wait a second, that doesn't seem to be real. He's gonna lose it. And he's gonna lash out at people.
Yeah. Oh, this is not gonna. But I like she actually is very charming.
Miona, I think she's a lot like Anfisa.
Yeah.
They're very upfront. I came here with the illusion, almost like Bilal, like we're gonna talk about.
But she's kind of funnier than, or she's better at being charming. She's better at charming other people, I think, than Anfisa. Like, she's better at being around parents.
She opened up a little bit more than Anfisa did. Yeah, for sure. But I mean, just like in that, yes, this is the lifestyle that I want. This is what I came here for. This is how you showed yourself to be. That you were this, this wild person. I mean, he's a little extra. And he's like, I mean, what do you expect from me? Well, as a matter of fact, you know what I expect? The pair of cowboy boots that I found, those pink cowboy boots. You know where Big Spender got those?
Wish.com.
No, Target. They are actually, I know I'm correct because if you notice, he's like, size 4 shoes. He was doing like an auctioneer bit. Did you get that? When he propped her up on the back, he's like, we got a size 4 shoe. I'm like,
and then he says, and when he gives it to her, he goes, I know I went a little above and beyond here. I'm like, you got her like synthetic cowboy boots and a hat that doesn't fit her.
Yeah, they are Lil, Lil apostrophe, Lil Durango girls kid pink Western boot. And they come in little kids and big kid sizes, size 4, of course. And they retail for $43.99 when they're not on sale.
Wow, that's actually pretty expensive for Target.
Spendo. Don't. Yeah, only 3 stars though. Not very comfy, from what I've heard.
I actually own cowboy boots from Target, and they are the most comfy shoes ever.
Okay, these don't look that comfy. They look very stiff. Those are some stiff, tough boots.
Yeah, no, those look stiff. Mine are like not real cowboy boots, but they're durable.
Okay.
And you can like stretch them around.
I see you're doing
I
like
wore them to the Calgary Stampede.
They're not a stiff pleather or a vegan leather.
You can fold it like all the way over.
Okay. Yeah, these are not. And again, for a guy who had this whole I went on tour with Black Serbian or whatever it was.
Black Serbs.
Oh, Black Serbs. You shopping at Target for a pair of boots which again, I mean, I love Target. I probably couldn't afford Target boots.
I'll never go to Target again in my life, Jody. But Walmart Canada is Target America.
Oh, that's right. You don't have Targets there. That is so sad.
I got a really nice sweater today at Target. It's so big. It's a large, and it's
you do have a Target there.
Oh, Walmart. Sorry, okay. Walmart. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I just got really excited for you.
It's when the drugs set in. I was like checking out this sweater.
You know, during that awkward silence right there, I was honestly weighing in my head: free healthcare or Target? Free healthcare, but Target.
Abortion rights.
Okay, don't get me started because
okay, I shouldn't have said anything. Sorry. We're not a political podcast, but that's fucking bullshit.
Okay, I'm not. Because then I'm going to get accused of having a weekly feminist rally again. I'm not going to do it.
Listen, I'm not going to give. Well, listen. My opinion is that I think that I think women should have the rights to their fucking body. But I got home from 4 days in a row of 12-hour shifts, and I got on TikTok, and it's like 10:30 my time, so you were probably already asleep, or you're on your own TikTok, scrolling in bed next to Dave as he sleeps and dresses his wound. And I saw all this stuff coming up, and I texted you immediately. I was like, why didn't you tell me that this shit is getting overturned? Then you didn't wake me up. I was up already at like 4, but you texted back at 5:30 my time. Just this rage.
Did I?
Rage paragraph.
I don't even remember this. Yeah. Oh gosh, okay.
You're like, yes, I fucking knew, and I'm fucking furious about it!
I swear to God, I don't even remember that. I really was like in a blind rage. Me and my mom, Carol.
Then you kept talking about it, and then I fell back asleep, which is always what happens in the morning. Is I get a conversation started because I'm awake for like 20 minutes, and then I keep going. You get on it, and
then I'm like,
yeah,
Bueller,
you and Justine will keep going.
Anyone?
Hello. Where's Amanda? And then 10:30 a.m. my time, I'm like, hey, sorry, I fell back asleep.
How did we get here? Horrible things, horrible people. Right.
Canada versus the U.S. and Canada being ultimately better.
Jabri. I think his mom, because she's a therapist, I think she knows he's got some sort of either narcissism, sociopath, histrionic,
also spoiled brat syndrome.
Something. Yeah. But she tries to call him on it, which I enjoy, where she's like, oh, is us asking her questions making you angry or something?
I thought it was so heartwarming when the parents were like, what do we think of Miona? We like her.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, because you never hear the parents say
No, I thought they were lovely with her. And the dad was trying to understand.
Yeah,
He's
it
like,
was
so
really nice.
You put makeup like on you or other people? I don't think that they were trying to like dig and be demeaning. They just really didn't know.
And she didn't mind either.
It's like us.
She was happy to clarify.
The kids in the millennials in our Facebook group, like how Snapchat works. We're like, so you gotta like snap and you chat, or is it just we don't fucking know.
And it goes away by itself after.
I don't trust that. I don't know.
It lives forever in the cloud, though. Yeah. No, I thought this was really cute. Do you also think that maybe there is an essence of the fact that he wanted a little bit of drama and he didn't like that they were getting along?
Oh, of course. That's what I mean. He's afraid of the worlds colliding and them talking about things. That's like no big deal.
I also think I think he would have enjoyed, like in a sick way, them fighting over him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
That's also, I think, what he's a little bit upset about.
He wants Miona to, like, not like his mom. And he wants his mom to be judgmental of Miona.
Yeah.
That's what he's planning on.
Then it creates drama, and he's between these two women, and he's like, oh, but I can't choose between the two of them.
Yeah. Otherwise, they're going to have time and effort to focus on him not having a job and not doing anything.
Dude, we just took, for like a couple minutes ago, I had to run and use the bathroom. Number one, don't worry, everybody calm down. And I'm like,
we're on the edge of our seats. What was it?
Well, I just assume because it's me, everyone assumes that it's, number 2, PM in the AM. Oh no, it is PM actually right now.
That's right.
Actually, okay, you know what? Here's a little side thing. at work, when I'm making when I'm preparing all the dogs' food, like you write on the bowls, like Ranger lunch or Ranger PM for like the dinner, and every time I write a PM, I'm like PM in the PM.
What was that from Bob's
And
Burgers?
it's in my head for like most of it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Bob's Burgers.
Okay. Wait, the dogs eat twice a day? Some do, some don't?
They eat whenever they tell us. But there's like an AM feeding, a lunchtime feeding, a dinner feeding, and then a late night snack. It's a whole thing.
I'm like,
you know what I did
what kind of
yesterday?
dogs eat that often a day? And then I'm like, how many times do I get hungry a day? Cool.
Yeah, and how many times have I already eaten today? I actually organized the sugar jar yesterday. I like took out all the sugars, like the little packets, and I organized them all.
At work?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because there's like a coffee drawer, and I took them all out. There's probably 300 of them.
Yeah,
and
like
I stacked them all up like a...
And then what?
Yeah.
Sweet
and
and
I put them all the same way up, facing the same direction, and like
busy
stacked.
day, huh?
I was so proud of myself. Every person that walked by, I would be like, "Hey,
you know what? Coffee?
Hey, come here.
Coffee?
No, like open that drawer. And check it out."
You leave it
See
open.
what I did?
Oh,
Do you
sorry.
see what
Let
I
me get
did?
that for you. I didn't mean to leave that
I
open.
just wanted everyone to know it was me.
I thought you were getting fired.
Okay, well, this is the free feed.
Okay,
We'll talk about that on the Patreon.
okay. Just kidding, you guys.
Just kidding. Everything's going great.
That was really just a
I'm very
segue to
well
talk about
received.
Shida and Bilal because he needs to be fired from life. I hate this guy so much.
Oh, what are you talking about? I think he's great.
Yeah.
I'm
charming.
on his side 100%.
Yeah.
I think he's like be a really good partner in life, real good dad. Just wouldn't fuck up his kids at all.
Yeah.
Oh, he already has kids.
I mean, that's true. I mean, the number one
I
thing
would
is
this
honesty
is my
in a
dream man,
relationship.
really.
So that is important.
In fact, I think, what if you woke up tomorrow and Dave greeted you wearing a Be Grateful t-shirt and said, "This is how we should wake up every day."
Oh, you mean after he made tea with water that he had to have gotten from the hose outside because there's no faucet
That's
on
what I
the
was
kitchen
wondering. I'm
sink?
like, where did you get that water?
I told you that last week,
I mean,
and you
bottled
saw
water,
it.
maybe.
You saw it.
Oh, I saw it. That is the worst.
There's faux greenery coming out of where the faucet should be.
Yeah.
So I don't think that boiling
of all
water.
things to kind of cover it up, that's the option. There seems like a million other ways to cover that.
You could have put a bottle of dish soap on top of that, and a lot of people wouldn't have clocked it. But you're drawing attention to faux greenery, a fern coming out of where the faucet should be. So was he boiling that water because they needed like drinking water in the house?
He's like pouring it into the toilet.
Oh, God,
one bottle
right?
at a time.
So
Because they don't have running water.
That would have been the first thing on my mouth. Like, is there running water in this kitchen, Bilal? Because there's no kitchen sink. Where are we washing dishes? Oh, that's why we had takeout.
He probably got a bunch of bottled water.
That's why we had takeout, because we can't wash dishes here.
Yeah, and it's like, I just ate a bunch of takeout, and now I need to shit. Am I going to be able to flush the fucking toilet now?
Be grateful, Amanda, okay?
So I wake up every day. She wakes up and immediately apologizes to this asshole. And instead of him finally now saying, "Thank you, just kidding, this was all a joke," he goes, "Thank you, I accept your apology. I accept your apology."
I know. And then he's like, "And I'm
this guy is a
sorry if there was
monster.
anything that I did that added to that stress that you had. And I'm sorry that I sprung this on you, that I'm lying, that I made you sleep in this place with asbestos falling from the ceiling." Nothing.
Yeah,
he feels justified in doing
awful.
this.
I hope, oh my God, I hope she gets out, because she seems like an actual really great person. Especially because she did kind of not own up to it, but at least like sucked it up.
Well, when she
was
called
like,
her
"Okay,
mom
no,
and
I
she's
can
like,
do
"Hey,
this."
Mom," that she did a
That
face
was one of
like,
the funniest scenes ever. Her mom is hilarious.
"Oh my God, I know." I was like, I want to have a cocktail with her. She's amazing. She just started
She's
bawling
trolling
laughing.
because you know the whole time leading up to this, she's been like, "Girl, this is gonna be a disaster."
Yep, there's something about
Hilarious.
him. Then she's like, was he renting those suits? He should have been.
I mean,
He should have been putting it towards his house instead of renting those suits that he had. Now, my whole thing is, as I'm watching this, and he's like, I just need to know whether she likes me or for the things, and that's why I need to test her in this house. Well, what would have been a good way to filter that out? To not show up in Trinidad wearing suits and flashing money and wearing expensive clothes. What if you dress down like a normal person and then see if she likes you for you then? But you wanted to lead with, look at me. I'm, as he said, bougie. I'm bougie. I like nice things. I'm Mr. OCD. And then be shocked when she expects you to actually be like that.
well, and she says as much to her mother. She's not even mad about the house being shitty. It's more that I don't know this man that I'm now like sleeping with the enemy with.
That's what I said last week. Like, he really screwed himself either way, because either she's going to think you're a liar and you're actually busted, or you're an asshole because you wanted to play this little prank on me.
Oh, well, don't worry, because he's going to get mad at her later when she seems grateful for what he's done for her.
Oh, do you mean when she dropped to her knees and she said, thank you, and apologized at least 3 more times in the house?
And then he said, my joke. Yeah. Again, joke usually means something's funny about the situation, right? I mean, you're the improv professional.
Right.
But usually a joke means someone's laughing.
Yes.
Right?
And he should also maybe put a little effort into making it look like he does actually live there. Because I'm pretty sure this is either an Airbnb, a house that someone has on the market,
it's the model house,
or it's like a spec house. Yeah. There's no way he actually owns
development
and lives in that house. Because if he did, Amanda, he would have... You see how I did that there? I said your first name because I want to be like Bilal, how I like address you and I look at you in the eye.
To be really
so I could be like really sincere.
To be in control.
Exactly. Yeah. His house would look like Jalen on Teen Mom.
Oh yeah, there'd be at least
he would have his
pictures of his kids in the house. Even
he would have pictures of himself, his kids, his degrees, his certificates, his I'm a realtor license thing. It'd all be framed up everywhere. And there's not a thing. Yeah.
And having that yoga studio actually would help sell the house too.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, look here, you can do a little yoga studio in this room. So he wins either way.
Yeah, he's that freaking Be Grateful shirt. Fuck you, dude.
What a fucking asshole.
Ugh. And he's like, oh.
I hope she
And then he goes,
them.
This is where you're going to stay. As if she should be so like weird, a grateful foster child who is coming home to Daddy Warbucks. Not like, this is our house where we live. Like, we are on the same footing.
And the joke was never explained or even acknowledged. It was that, we're going to go to my parents' house now. And she's like, okay.
Yeah.
And they go to his parents' house. They walk in and he just goes, welcome to your new home.
This is where you will stay.
Welcome to your new home. And it's not, he didn't say, I was kidding. He never says that. He never acknowledges the joke. And he just goes, this is what you're, if I were her, my first thought would be, are you staying here too, though? Because he's making it sound like this is your, like, do your parents live here, though? Am I staying with your parents?
And I took it as the way he said, this is where you will stay. It sounds temporary. It's not like this is our new house. This is where we live. This is your new home. This is where you'll stay. And then he goes...
He does say this is your new home, though.
But then he found, this is where you'll stay. And then he's like, so do you understand now why I had you go to the other house? That's where I grew up. Do you understand why I did that now?
You didn't give a shit
No,
about
I
that.
don't. Because I thought you were a huge liar and a fake and a phony. And I don't think it was funny to leave my whole life. What if you were to show up in Trinidad and I actually wasn't a yoga instructor and you were going to be living in like Rose on 90 Day Fiance?
I was just going to say, I was trying to think of her name, Rose.
Right?
Again.
Like lived on the pig farm. Mr. OCD wouldn't have been up for it.
Remember
I hate him.
when Ed had to sleep over
I
that
remember.
one night, and she woke up and he just like was leaning against the wall, just like
Fully
just
dehydrated because he had
sweating.
sweat all sort of fluid out of his body.
And she's like, "How did you sleep?" And he's like, "I gotta admit, not very good."
the fan broke. There's no AC.
Because it was raining, and he's like, "Ah, the power just went out, Rose." And she's like, "It's fine. It's fine. You calm down." And then
Rose, is that a rat? Rose.
she's blasting him with the hose with the freeze. You know that there's probably is hot water on the hose, but she like blasted it
Oh
out
my
to,
god,
like,
I love
icing.
that so much. Oh, I would want to shoot that little trigger thing like right at the top crack of his butt. Just like,
Yeah.
just drill it in there really
just-
hard. So this guy sucks. I mean,
he's
it was
awful.
nice of him to do the yoga studio, but he really does want her to be
Grateful.
grateful just all the time. He's like, I mean, I just wake up like this. He wakes up grateful. Well, if you were really grateful for her, you wouldn't have been playing this little practical joke.
I don't
prank.
think he's indicating that he's grateful for her. He's like grateful for like
Yeah.
God and his life. He's grateful for what a great person he
He's
is.
like, hypothetically, if I were, let's say, I mean, I could be a millionaire or I could live in a studio apartment or a 1-bedroom apartment. Are you still going to love me then? And she's like, yeah, I told you that. He's like, okay, cool. Because when we wrap this filming, I got to be out on the 30th of this month out of this house. Because that's where we're going. I'm fully convinced there's no way he lives in that house. I want to go back now and find the house number and look up where that house
look it up.
is.
I'm sure you could find it.
It had to have been like a recently renovated house and it's on the market and it's staged and he's staying there in the meantime. Like he's renting it from the owners or something for this filming. No fucking chance he lives there. Have we seen spare
He's like a
bedrooms?
housewife. No.
The yoga studio, which really wasn't all that much. It was like a pillow, 2 things, and like a squatty potty in there.
And he framed like an article about her, and she starts to cry, and then there's a talking head. This really backfired. My joke backfired on me because now she's like really happy or something.
Yeah.
Oh God, that's not what I wanted.
Yeah, I didn't.
What did he want? I don't understand what he wanted.
He
For
wants
her to say, "Oh, this is
Yeah.
great, but I would have rather stayed in that other house as long as I'm with you."
He wants to be a Kelly Ben Simone. He wants to be up here and she's down here. And she's just going to be so grateful that he brought her to America. And he's just going to look, that she's going to look up at him and be like, wow, you're such an amazing entrepreneur. You're incredible. You're amazing. Look how much you've done for me. But like if he, isn't that great of a salesman or this realtor career path doesn't pan out, or maybe we find out that he actually, you know who he gives me vibes from is Dimitri Snowden from Seeking Sister Wives.
Oh yes,
That's the kind of vibe I'm
definitely.
getting. That this is all just a facade. This is all an appearance.
There's no actual like soul or empathy.
No, it's a lot
inside.
of words and then like what's
Yeah.
behind it. Like, has he actually sold any houses? How long has he been a realtor? Is he successful at it? I don't know.
We should look
I just
it
get
up.
shady
I'm sure you
vibes
could
from
find
him.
it
And I bet you that's why
Yeah.
the ex-wife was like, okay, enough's enough. Like, I'm always getting a different story of what's going on. I can't trust him.
Oh, that ex-wife think she got out. She must look at this and just go, "Oh my God, how did I do that?"
Okay, I'm gonna put a prediction out there, and I really hope it's true. That the ex-wife and what's her name, Shida, they have like a little sit down and they have like a heart to heart.
Yeah, little tete-a-tete.
And they're kind of like, okay, yep, we're seeing the same things. Yep,
Yeah.
that sounds like him. And I would love if the ex-wife was like, what the hell were you thinking? Why would you do that? And I would love how
Daphne
Bilal...
just sent me a text.
sorry.
Sorry. Daphne just sent me a text saying, "Did you hear that Bernadette Peters is performing in Calgary May 18th and 19th?"
Amanda, you should go.
Amanda. I don't want to.
Wow.
I
Okay.
don't like Bernadette Peters.
You don't like Bernadette Peters?
I think she's good in some things.
Careful.
I wouldn't go and watch a concert of her. It's like hearing nodes being developed throughout several hours.
Direct your
She's
reviews
getting into the
to
woods.
Amanda.
Sunny in the Park with George. Annie. She's getting all those.
Okay.
The Annie movie. Remember that?
Do
Tim
I
Curry?
remember Annie? Of course I remember Annie. Speaking of Tim Curry, you loved that movie. What was it? The Worst Witch?
The witch thing?
Mm-hmm.
That was a good
That was a good
really
movie. Some of those songs in there, they really clapped and slapped. They were bangers.
Bangers.
All right, did we get through all of our couples?
Yeah.
I think so. All right, well, next week I think we meet a new couple.
Yeah, we meet a new one.
That dude's got a pan face like Max from Unexpected on TLC. The new guy.
Let's see here. Yeah, no, he does.
Mm-hmm.
He looks.
Guys, and I get it. I mean, I kind of have like a horsey face, like Yvette.
This girl really does look like Adrian Curry. She really does.
You're looking at Ariella.
Yes.
Okay, I don't see Adrian Curry at all. I think Adrian
The
Curry
one who
looks
won
more like
Top
Mohamed.
Model and married the Brady
No,
Bunch,
I know
right?
who she is.
Yeah.
Remember we did a TRP episode of...
Yeah, she ate that potato chip.
Oh,
really
yeah, she had like a little,
slowly.
that little... Uh-huh. What was that called? Very Brady... Mary
My Fair Brady.
That's right. How did I forget that? All right. Well, stay tuned for lots of good stuff coming up on Patreon this week. Check it out. Like we said, we had like almost a 50% lower reduction cost on that Patreon.
For
so
tier
check it
2,
out.
yeah.
And all those links are in the show notes. And again, you can just head to lovetohatepod.com and you can see 2 gorgeous photos of us looking like twinsies.
Ooh.
Anything else?
No.
All right.
Wish me luck on my visit with my grandma.
Let us know all about that
Daphne
CBD,
tonight.
Amanda.
Oh God, I might tell her. I don't think you should do this, Grandma. I had a really
Start
rough
it out with
day.
maybe like a quarter of a gummy. Just take some scissors and...
I got her a very low dose.
Yeah, but for grandmas, you're going to need to cut that in half, I think.
It's like 2.5%, and mine was 10%.
Is it CBD or is there the THC in there?
THC is 2.5% for her. Mine was 10% today.
Ooh, I don't know about
That's
that. I think you should have gone just with the CBD. I think that's what she was looking for.
No, well, but that doesn't do. I don't believe that does anything.
No, I think it does.
I don't.
Oh, well.
You gotta have that
All
edge.
right. Okay.
All right, guys. We'll see you probably tomorrow if you're on our Patreons.
That's right.
You'll hear from us tomorrow. Sister wives.
Yep. We're going to do what we must do.
Do what I must. Hi, Amanda.
How you doing?
Bye, Isaac. We love
Bye,
you,
Isaac.
and you're an adult.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.